Thank you very much, Craig. There is no doubt that the U.S. is known for human rights values around the world. Don't you think the U.S. has delayed this time as far as human rights are concerned, what is happening in Palestine since day one?
No, I couldn't disagree more with you, sir. Not at all. I mean, from the very beginning, early hours of this conflict, we made clear, not just to our Israeli counterparts, but to the American people and people around the world, that we take the respect for innocent life seriously. And we have been talking about the law of war since the beginning. You can go back to the first statement that the president made after the attacks of October 7th and see it right there. It's been a part and parcel of every conversation that we've had. And we have been working hard. We have been spearheading the efforts to get that humanitarian assistance in. It came, those first truck convoys that Karine talked about, came after President Biden spoke to Prime Minister Netanyahu in Tel Aviv, and then to President Sisi on the phone coming home on Air Force One on Wednesday night to get that stuff moving. And within a couple of days, they had some road repairs they had to do. It started flowing. No, sir, we have been working the issue of human and civil rights and protection for innocent life since the very beginning, and that's not going to stop.
And the rallies that happen in some of those countries, which are the allies of the United States, some of these rallies were in very huge numbers. Don't you think President Biden needs to play a role towards peace instead of saying that he could handle 2 wars at a time? Does that give a good impression to fight 2 wars at a time instead of working towards peaceful things?
From the beginning of this administration, we have been working for a more integrated, cooperative, peaceful, stable, and prosperous Middle East. And I'm not going to reiterate for you the list of accomplishments, but they're all there. I'm happy to send you an email with them. We have been working hard on trying to get the Middle East to be a more stable, prosperous region. That's not going to change. Now, obviously, these attacks on October 7th were horrific, and the Israelis have a right and a responsibility to respond to those attacks. I think everybody understands that. And so we also understand that the focus of countries in the region, particularly Israel, is going to be on that. It's our focus too, but that doesn't mean we're going to give up. It doesn't mean we're just going to walk away from it. We still believe in the promise of a two-state solution, and we're still going to continue to work for that. We still believe, as a matter of fact, key to eventually getting a two-state solution is normalization between Israel and Saudi Arabia, and we're still going to work on that as well.
Why is the president not focusing in these last couple of weeks on his agenda that was basically for a two-nation theory? I feel like in the last 2 weeks this war has lowered what the president was aiming to bring normalization through 2 states, and that whole agenda seems like has been put down.
I just told you, sir, there's no change in our desire to see a two-state solution. There's absolutely no change in our efforts to try to get normalization between Israel and Saudi Arabia as a stepping stone to a two-state solution. But we're not blind to reality. Right now, Israel's fighting to defend itself against Hamas terrorists, and we're trying to help them do that. Right now, the focus of the region is on what's going on. And right now, the president's focus appropriately, sir, is on trying to prevent and widen and deepen this conflict to deter a larger war so that we can get back to the table and we can move forward on those key diplomatic steps.
Right.
Thank you.
Admiral.
Yes, ma'am.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.